Spring is slowly coming to our garden, but it's not a fast process at all and often barely noticeable. At first, it is necessary to look down to see the small change happening. First flowers are starting to show up, and it's so great to observe all these little beauties. Snowdrops are one of the first ones. We see them every year, but they never fail to bring joy. These tiny white bells somehow feel like a quiet celebration, a sign that the earth is waking up again. A bit later, other early bloomers start to appear too. Colorful crocuses pushing through the soil and attracting bees. It's all still subtle, but if you pause and look closely, you can feel the change beginning. Today, it's quite a big deal. We are going to plant our Christmas tree. We had this in our living room over Christmas and it looked so pretty. We randomly discovered it in a store. And it was the last one, not in the best condition, but quite cheap, and it was waiting for us, so we had to take it with us, and it made our Christmas prettier. But now it's time to put it into the ground at this spot, because there is this dead one, like a very, very tiny one, didn't survive. So I need to dig it out and then we will put the big one here. Okay, not many roots there. Well. And I need to dig a big hole, so it has quite a lot of space to grow. Going quite well. The soil is still wet after winter. Not that our winters are very wet, but when it's cold, the moisture doesn't evaporate so much. So that's nice.
Peter created a very nice hole, so I'll try to put it in. Although I expect I will lose the soil from the roots now. I think we will need both of us.
Okay, let's try teamwork. So what should I do?
Hold the pot
Okay.
somewhere if you can.
Hopefully we won't damage the roots. It doesn't want to go out of the pot. I don't know why, because that's not a good home. This is a better home.
I don't know what to do. We'll have to turn it around or something.
Okay, we will like this, and maybe drag it, and I will pull this.
Yeah, okay, now it's working.
Okay, that was the first step. Now we will make it like it should be kinda like normal growing direction up. And the last step is to water the tree. So that's nice. It's standing in the soil.
It's very nice for the tree.
And yeah, but we need to hope for the best because the roots weren't in a very good condition. So we'll see if it takes, but hopefully yes. And we didn't mention it's a spruce tree. Spruce trees are the most common conifers here in Central Europe. So yeah, we'll see how it grows, and it's the biggest one here in our conifer area because all the other ones are very tiny, barely visible here in the grass. So this one at least it's a little bit visible.
Our garden pond is slowly waking up after the winter. We already saw several adult frogs here, so we were hoping they would enjoy the place, and it looks like they've been enjoying themselves a lot, because today I was cleaning and pruning our water plants, and I discovered here frog eggs. There's a big, it looks like hundreds or thousands of them. So we are of course hoping that they will survive, at least some of them, and we will have little babies soon.
That would be amazing.
We'll see, we've never had that before, but I'm happy that the pond is liked by all different kinds of life forms.
Yeah, it's amazing. Guys, I need to show you this. There are a lot of these hills from moles. We have moles, or one mole that is very active. So I will use this soil because it's very, it's great soil. So I'm using it for our new raised garden beds. There is various material on the bottom of the garden beds, like old dead plants, dry ones after winter, you know. There is a lot of material, and we've been pruning, for example, old peonies, the leaves and stalks of them, and everything. I even put a few old horseradishes in there and kinda shredded them. So that should also add some nutrients. And now I've been bringing the soil, and the hills from moles are all over the garden. So that's great. There is a lot of material. It's not great that they are kinda destroying our lawn, but at least we can use that to something nice. So yeah, the soil is very, it's not one big chunk, because our soil is clay-like here in the area. So usually there are these big chunks, very compact, and this is very, very nice. And we'll see how this goes when Tommy plants something here. We have quite a lot of violets everywhere on the property, here in the yard and in the garden as well. So I'm going to pick some of them, and my plan is to make a violet sugar. There should be a very nice scent of violets. I have never done that before, so this will be for the first time. I'm not sure what will happen, but we'll see, I guess. You only pick the flowers because that's where the nice scent is, but apparently you can also eat leaves. You can put them in salads and stuff like that. That's what I read. So maybe we should try that as well, but not now. And yeah, it's so nice that spring is here, and it's always great when the violet season starts, because it's like the first something that you could harvest.
The first tulips of the season are blooming in our yard. These little ones, they are always early. There are already bees pollinating them, and a lot of them are getting ready, so it'll look nice soon. The hellebores that we planted over a year ago are getting much stronger, because last year only 2 of them were flowering and had just a few flowers, and now you can see that all of them are doing really well and have so many blooms or flowers, and even here I can see bees pollinating them, so we are very happy about that. And for the first time this year, we have some primroses in our garden. We planted them last year after they finished flowering already. We have 3 plants of the same kind, and now we see them for the first time flowering, which is really exciting. And I hope they will like it here and propagate automatically all around the garden. Daffodils are only starting. We have quite a lot of them in different places, but it's nice to see. It will be really exciting in the next few weeks as more and more of them are flowering. I was pruning our decorative grasses that we have around the pond, and we noticed that there are more frog eggs here, like another batch. That one is the old one, and I guess it's still growing or something is happening with it. But there's a new batch here, which is really interesting and also exciting. So we are hoping that there will be at least some frogs here in the next few weeks or however long it takes. The other day, Peter and I were laughing that we are going to tell you that these flowers on the willow in Czech are called little cats. And then I found out on Wikipedia that in English you call it willow pussies, which is not much better. But they've been really cute and bees seem to love them. They are already almost over, but I guess there's still some pollen on them because the bees keep coming here even though they look overgrown.
Actually, we transplanted the little willow because it was too close to the pond. You or we didn't see it because the tree is so small, so sometimes it's hard to imagine that one day it will be bigger. And some of you guys commented that the tree is probably too close to the pond, and we agreed. So now it's farther away and hopefully it's better.
The Cornelian cherries are getting bigger and bigger, and they have so many flowers now. But this year, for the first time, this other one is properly flowering as well. So they should be able to cross-pollinate and have some fruits, because last year we had maybe 2 berries or something. So maybe this year we will have a proper amount to taste.
Here we are in our kitchen. I have 1 cup of violets. I picked quite a lot of them, and 1 cup of sugar. And now, according to the internet, in this method that I'm going to use, I will blend everything together. I'm just not sure if I should put violets here first or sugar, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not too much for the little blender. And the sugar is brown. We only have brown sugar, so we won't see any nice color. Maybe it would be better with white sugar, but oh well. We need to work with what we have. Okay. It looks very nice. It looks posh, I think. Like, this is quite dark, quite black. So yeah, I'm curious to see. It smells interesting. And now we need to let it dry for a day or so, because the fresh violets, of course, they contain moisture and the sugar would clamp together and it could even get moldy or something. So we will spread it here and let it dry for, I don't know, 24 hours or so. Okay, that's all. And when I get very close, I can smell the amazing smell of violets. So, yes. Okay guys, here we are on the next day. Excuse my appearance, I look terrible today, but this needs to be done. So, it's a disaster, just a small one, but nevertheless a disaster because look, this happened. So, it's not a big problem. I am putting it here into the coffee grinder. Or maybe you can eat this just like a snack, a nice piece of sugar. So here in the coffee grinder, and I will just grind this into a fine powder. And I should have done this at the beginning, yesterday. We would have powdered sugar and then mix it with the violets. But this works, like now it looks nice. So this is the final product. I will just grind everything and yay, we are saved. And we have this amount. It looks very nice, very powdered. This is how I like it. The scent is kinda not there, I don't know, but there is 1 cup of violets in there, so they are there. And we will put it here into the glass jar and we can use this throughout the year. It's an interesting color, it's a gray sugar now. Ta-da! At least we have something new. And that's always nice.